Who has been the nicest person you've met in wrestling, and who did you have a hard time getting along with?
Who's the nicest person that I've met? Oh, hell, I don't know. I mean, me? No, I'm just kidding. There's so many like really, really cool people. It's hard to gauge who truly is nice to you sometimes because I think sometimes we get around each other and we put on the business face and we're all working together and there's people that you just respect. I'll say either Edge or Adam Copeland. He's one of those guys like when I was in my very short time in WWE, like he was always super cool to me. Like just would have general cool conversations. We had some mutual friends, AJ Persinski, who used to play baseball and he was a catcher for the White Sox back in the day. And we all went out to dinner one time and like he couldn't have been cooler to me. And I was absolutely nobody within the company at the time. And then fast forward to it, like I said, his time now with AEW. He's always been cool, always down to have a laugh. He'll sit down with anybody and everybody. I don't know him that well beyond any of that, but like every interaction that I've ever had with him has always been a cool one, whether it's just us laughing and saying stupid stuff to make each other, to pop each other, to make each other laugh, or it's actually having like him speaking some education into our matches or what we're doing or anything like that. It's always been a positive, cool moment being around him. And I could go, the list is on and on. I mean, one of my best friends and brother in life is Monty Brown. Still communicate with him to this day, and we had very much a brother relationship where we just constantly gave each other crap and dogged each other out, said the most awful things we could to each other, but it was in the most fun brotherly way that somebody or have somebody in your life like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If somebody from the outside heard you talking to each other, they'd think that you absolutely hate each other and that you're just being the worst human beings to each other. But in actuality, that's our love language. That's how we talk to each other. And he's one of the best human beings that I've known in my life. And as far as people that I don't get along with, I never really bothered myself with that. If I didn't like somebody or I didn't get along with them, I would, if I saw him, I would say hello to him just because, in my opinion, every human being deserves that basic amount of respect. But then I would just not interact with them. Like when people start saying they hate people, I'm like, that takes too much energy, man.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna hate anybody. I don't have time for that. I got too much other stuff going on in my life. I've got to get things going in the directions that I wanted to go in. And people who take time to be petty or to hate on somebody or to plan out negative things towards anyone, you're screwing up your own life by taking that much time about one other person who probably doesn't even care about you that much. So as far as anybody that I didn't get along with, there's just never been that person because I've never allowed it to be. I mean, it's just again, if somebody has a problem with me, they've never told me to my face, and it's never become a problem in the ring. And I think that's because they don't want me to hit them back, and so I've never really had a problem with me.